Tonight, our special transmission as a disturbing video shows the Israeli military unleashing a dog on an elderly Palestinian woman. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I'm Aisha Ashraf. Today is the 265th day since Israel started bombing Palestinians incessantly. Despite Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's statement that the intense stage of the war is nearing completion, the violence continues in the Gaza Strip. The Palestine Health Ministry reports in the past 24 hours, Israeli attacks in the besieged enclave have killed 60 Palestinians. 140 have been injured. The ministry says the actual number is higher as rescue workers are unable to reach some areas to retrieve bodies. Gaza Civil Defense describes the destruction in Beit Lahia as unimaginable. At least 15 people have died following an airstrike on the Abu Awad family home. 40 civilians were taking refuge in the house. Artillery shelling has killed at least 10 people in Rafah. Attacks on Burej refugee camp and Deir al-Balah have caused several casualties. Israeli forces have conducted an incursion in Khan Yunis. The death toll from Israel's war continues to rise. At the time of writing, at least 37,718 Palestinians have been killed. A revised report by the United Nations estimates another 10,000 civilians are buried under the rubble. 86,377 people are injured. Israel's death toll from Hamas's attack stands at 1,139. Israel is accused of genocide at the International Court of Justice. The court has ordered an immediate halt to military operations in Rafah. A United Nations-backed report reveals a dire humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The report warns that nearly 500,000 people are enduring starvation as Israel maintains a stringent siege. The report has been compiled by the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification. It says more than 20% of Gaza's population goes without food for days. The report notes nearly all of Gaza's residents face acute food insecurity. Health systems are on the brink of collapse, increasing the risk of disease outbreaks. Humanitarian groups say only a cessation of hostilities and sustained aid access can prevent a catastrophic famine. Israel's Supreme Court has ruled that ultra-Orthodox Jews must be drafted into the military. The ruling has overturned their long-standing exemption. The court has also mandated cutting fundings to yeshivas whose students evade the draft. A yeshiva is a traditional Jewish educational institution focused on the study of rabbinic literature. Critics say the ruling is a blow to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition. They say the decision challenges Netanyahu's efforts to maintain Haredi or ultra-Orthodox Jewish support in his government. Haredi Jews are recruited in the army, but for carrying out religious obligations. Following the court's ruling, the Israeli Defense Forces are preparing for gradual integration. However, Haredi leaders and Netanyahu's party continue to seek legislative exemptions. Recent polls show most Israelis also believe ultra-Orthodox men should serve in the military. Israel's Deputy Attorney General Gil Limon has instructed the government to immediately begin recruitment of 3,000 ultra-Orthodox men. A disturbing video circulating on social media shows an Israeli military dog attacking a 66-year-old Palestinian woman in her home in Jabalia. The footage is obtained from a camera attached to the dog. The video has been published by Al Jazeera Media. Muslim News Canada has decided not to broadcast the video. It shows the woman refusing to leave her house. She's bitten and dragged by the dog, resulting in a serious injury. The video has sparked widespread outrage on social media. Rights groups condemn the use of aggressive military tactics against civilians. Activists are intensifying calls for accountability and justice. With no hospitals available, the woman's injuries remain untreated. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says there is need for urgent diplomacy to prevent a potential war between Israel and Hezbollah. Following talks with Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, Austin has warned against the severe consequences of escalating tensions. He says while military readiness is crucial, diplomatic efforts are essential in restoring calm along the Israel-Lebanon border. Gallant has echoed Austin's call for diplomacy while acknowledging military preparedness. Both sides have witnessed heightened hostilities. Daily exchanges of fire have caused civilian displacement and casualties. Thousands of Lebanese civilians have been displaced from the areas near the border with Israel in the past few months. In related news, Israeli officials have informed the U.S. of their readiness to deploy previously unused weaponry in a potential conflict with Hezbollah. Israeli media reports Tel Aviv has warned of swift military action if Hezbollah does not cease its attacks. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has criticized delays in an American arms shipment. Netanyahu says it is very urgent to equip Israel to counter current threats. Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant is in Washington for talks with U.S. counterparts. A recent survey reveals that most Canadians support both Israel's existence as a Jewish state and the creation of a Palestinian state. The survey has been conducted by Innovative Research Group. 52% of participants support Israel's existence, while 49% back a Palestinian state. 64% of respondents oppose disruptive pro-Israeli actions. 63% are against disruptive Free Palestinian protests. The survey was conducted from May 16 to May 28. It surveyed 1,872 Canadians. The Free Palestinian sit-in at the University of Winnipeg has been dismantled. The sit-in was established in mid-May and removed this Monday. Protesters cite safety concerns as a reason for dismantling the sit-in. They have expressed disappointment with the university's lack of engagement with their demands, particularly regarding safety assurances for protesters. The University of Winnipeg has confirmed the dismantling. A similar sit-in at the University of Manitoba continues. There is an ongoing dialogue between protesters and university officials. The University of Manitoba emphasizes maintaining a respectful campus environment amid the protests. Thank you for watching. Our news is produced by Muslim Network TV, which is a not-for-profit organization. We need your support for donations. Please scan the QR code on our broadcast or visit muslimnetwork.tv to donate now, so we can continue to amplify the voices of Muslims in Canada and abroad.